is proud to host the 15th OIC Summit on the 4th and 5th May 2024, the second largest gathering of world leaders, kings, presidents, rulers, prime ministers, along with delegates from 57 member countries of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation will gather in our beloved nation for this historic event.
Prayers. Almighty God, who in thy wisdom and goodness has appointed the offices of rulers and parliament for the welfare of society and just government of men, we beseech thee to behold with thy abundant favor us thy servants whom thou hast been pleased to call to the performance of important trusts in this land. Let thy blessing descend upon us here in this house assembled. Grant us that we may treat and consider all matters that shall come under our deliberation in so just and faithful a manner to promote thy honor and glory, to advance the peace, prosperity, and welfare of this country and of those whose interests thou hast committed to our charge. Amen. Correction and approval of the records of votes and proceedings of the National Assembly sitting of Thursday, 14th March 2024. Honorable members, the record of votes and proceedings of the National Assembly sitting of Thursday, 14th March 2024 is before us for correction and approval. Can any honorable member please move that the said record of votes and proceedings be considered and approved? Honorable Member for Nyani.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I rise to move a motion for the correction and approval of record of votes and proceedings of the National Assembly sitting of Thursday, 14 March 2024.
Thank you, Honorable Member for Nyani. Any seconder, Honorable Members? Honorable Member for Basse.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I rise to second the motion.
Honorable Members, it has been moved and seconded that the record of votes and proceedings of the National Assembly sitting of Thursday, 14th March 2024 be considered and approved. Honorable members, we all have the record of votes and proceedings with you. As usual, we look through it page by page, beginning with page 1, followed by your comments and observations. Page 1. Honorable member for Sabak Sanjal.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. On page 1, number 4, laying of papers and reports. Laying is not properly spelled.
Yeah, thank you very much, honorable members. Number 4 on page 1, instead of L-A-T-I-N-G, it's L-A-Y-I-N-G. Laying. Honorable member for Nyanija.
Yes, thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Again, on the same point, laying of papers and report, I think it should read as report of the Standing Committee on Public Petition. Not actually Public Petition Committee, but it's a standing committee as it is in the standing orders. Thank you.
Report of the Standing Committee.
Public petitions.
Any more on page 1, honorable members? Honorable member for Sani Mentere.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. On the same page, on the page, number 4, which reads, report of the public petition or the Standing Committee on public petition of the National Assembly on petition from concerned staff of the Gambia. I think the word "the" (THE) is repetitive, so I think we need to delete the word "the" on petition. We leave as it is, as that one. Thank you.
We delete what?
Okay, I'll read it again. The report of the Public Petition Committee of the National Assembly on petition, instead of on the petition from concerned staff. So we delete the word "the."
I think the honorable members, can you comment?
I think it is okay. It is okay as it is.
Pardon? On page 1. We move to page 2. Honorable member for Ileasa. What about the mic next to you? Next ones, are they on?
Yeah, Honorable Speaker, thank you very much. Esa Conte was not present.
Number?
And his name?
Honorable, which number?
42.
Pardon?
42.
42, yes?
Esa Conte, Gimara. He was not present that day. Yes. And his name was captured.
Honorable member, why is Esa Conte around? Honorable Esa?
Yes, he's here.
Were you are not present? No, I was not. Okay.
Thank you.
So, honorable members, number 42 should be deleted from present and move to where were you, honorable? Then you move him to honorable members absent with permission. Any more on page 2? All right, honorable members, we move to page 3. Honorable member for Sabak Sanjal.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Page 3, where you have the following honorable members were absent without permission.
It's repeated.
Which should be deleted. And it should read as the following honorable members were absent without permission. Thank you.
Noted. Honorable members, that "with" should be deleted, should be removed. Honorable members were absent without permission. The "with" should be out. Thank you very much, honorable member. Any more on page 3, honorable members? Huh? Honorable member for Nyani. Is it Nyani or Nyani?
Yeah,
Nyani
Nyani.
Ja.
I don't know whether it should come on page 3 or page 4, but on the matter of the day, before the matter of the day was raised, there was a point of order, despite there was a ruling, and I think it should be captured. There was a point of order from the honorable member for All Yundum and Deputy Majority Leader.
Okay, honorable member, it will be corrected. Any more on page 3? We now move to page 4. Honorable member for Sami.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, for the floor. The following honorable members took the floor.
Honorable member Sami, the second paragraph, the third line, isn't it, on the page? The following honorable members took floor. Okay, took THE. Thank you very much, honorable member for Sami. Any more on page 4, honorable members? Honorable member for Jara Central.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. On page 4, item number 3, laying of papers and reports. The report should carry S. Thank you.
Noted. Number 3, laying of papers and reports. Thank you. Any more on page 4, honorable members? We now move to page 5. None on page 5? Page 5. Yes, member for Kiang East.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for the floor. Motion without notice, Order 53C. Honorable Bileji Tunkara, member for Kantura and Majority Leader, move a motion for the debate on the report to be suspended and for the committee to report back with strong resolutions and or recommendations for the yes, report. Okay, then after between report and he to be suspended. Honorable Bileji Tunkara, member for Kantura and Majority Leader, move a motion for the debate on the report to be suspended. To is missing.
Comments? So we are 2. Okay? Any more on page 5? Honorable members, we move to page 6. Honorable member for Sabak Sanjal.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. On page 6, under consideration at committee stage, Committee of the Whole Assembly, it reads at 9 minutes after 12 o'clock in the afternoon. Should that be in the morning or in the evening? Yes. It's either in the morning or in the evening, not afternoon.
After 12.
Okay, that's fine, yes.
Honorable members, it has been moved and seconded that the record of votes and proceedings of the National Assembly sitting of Thursday, 14th March 2024 be approved with amendments. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. Thank you. Let me thank you all, honorable members. Clerk, may we proceed?
Order 51, matters of the day. Matter of the day on escalating crime rates in the Gambia by the Honorable Jimmy Mbalo, member for Lower Balibu West. Lower Fuladi West, sorry.
Thank you, honorable members. My office is in receipt of a request made by the honorable member for Lower Fuladu West, seeking permission under clause 51(1) and 2 of the standing orders to make a statement to the Assembly on the escalating crime rates in the Gambia. Honorable members, having considered the request of the honorable member under the provisions of standing orders clause 51(3) A, B, C, and D, and clause 51(5), and noting that the request has satisfied the standing orders provision, I now grant the honorable member leave to make his statement to the Assembly. However, I wish to draw the attention of the honorable members to clause 51(8) of the standing orders, that the time allocated for the matters of the day shall not exceed 3 minutes for each honorable member, for the honorable members who may wish to make statements, and the time allowed for matters of the day is 30 minutes. Therefore, I also urge honorable members to observe clause 51(9) of the standing orders for guidance. I now call on the honorable member for Lower Fuladu West to make his statement to the Assembly. Honorable member.
Thank you very much, Speaker. With your permission, Honorable Speaker, I rise to address the recent alarming increased killing and murder incident in the Gambia. In accordance with the Standing Order 51(1), it is imperative for the honorable members of this National Assembly to urgently address this matter to protect the lives and property of our citizens. The escalating violence in our beloved country is deeply concerning and poses a significant threat to the safety and security of all peace-loving Gambians. Lives and properties are being endangered on a daily basis, as amplified by the following incidents. The tragic murder case of Sakina Silia, a 60-year-old British woman, on February 20, 2024, where the body was discovered in a building in Xinjiang village near Kunkujang Mariama in Kombo North. Valuable items were equally stolen from her residence. Alleged stolen from her residence, and the suspect have been apprehended by the police force. In New Josuan, a man reportedly of Senegalese nationality, and a drummer by profession allegedly killed his friend before fleeing the scene to evade arrest. However, the police are said to be diligently pursuing the suspect. Furthermore, 2 robbery suspects along with other drivers have been detained by authority in connection with the shooting incident at Ali Siddiq, a Mauritanian business man, purported in Fajara. Moreover, Siniala Johnson, a 46-year-old Liberian woman, was allegedly killed on Sunday, 21st January 2024 in an incomplete building in Kerseri. Lastly, a 53-year-old resident of Sanchaba Sule Job was arrested on the 29th of February 2024 by the Senegambia police, found in possession of suspected AK-47 rifle, D2 rifle, and a bottle of pepper spray, which seated by the roadside. These are but some of the reports that I am able to gather on the recent wave killing incident. Infariously apprehended against innocent lives, while I use the opportunity to commend the commendable effort of the Gambia Police Force in swiftly apprehending suspects or investigating this incident. It is evident further that actions required from the National Assembly to ensure the safety and security of our populate and their belongings. Therefore, in the light of this distressing development, I urge the National Assembly to come up with a resolution, strong work for that matter, that will prioritize the implementation of robust policies aimed at enhancing public safety and restoring trust not only in our justice system, but also in the law we take. On this basis, I submit the following recommendations for your considerations and action. First, let's strengthen law enforcement by allocating resources to enhance police capacity, improve response time, and support community policing initiatives. 2, implementing proactive crime prevention measures, such as neighborhood watch programs, public awareness campaigns, and initiatives targeting at-risk youth. 3, reviewing and streamlining judicial process to expedite trials and ensure swift justice for victims. Fostering partnership among government agencies, civil society organizations, and international partners to combat organized crime and address the root cause of violence. 5, in expanding the access to counseling, legal aid, and financial assistance for victims and their family through comprehensive victim support services. Honorable Speaker, and my esteemed distinguished colleagues, allow me to finally submit to all of you, to all of us, that as we elected representatives of the Gambian people, it is incumbent upon us to act decisively and swiftly in the interest of our nation, and it is head-on safeguarding the fundamental rights, safety of every Gambian. In a society where even one citizen faces danger, none of us can claim true security. It is through our collective effort and unwavering resolve that we can foster a safe and more just society for all. Thank you, Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member for Lower Flood West. Honorable members, the floor is open for honorable members who may want to take part in to make their statements.
Motion.
Somebody is shouting something. Yes, honorable member for Bakau.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, with your permission, I want to rise on a motion 53K. Motion without notice.
Member, under 53K. Yes, may I hear you?
Yes,
thank you. Your motion.
Thank you very much for giving me the floor.
And usually, these type of motions, how do I determine to know that it's of this thing when I don't know it?
Unless you give me a chance to hear from me.
No need. Go ahead with the motion.
Yeah,
Let me hear your motion.
Yes, thank you very much for giving me the floor. Honorable Speaker, we are about to debate on serious bills. On that note, I want to appeal to honorable members for us to avoid having debate on the matter of the day. So I want to move a motion, with your permission, Honorable Speaker, for us to go into serious business and avoid having.
Honorable Member, I think this one is a very serious issue. Murder, members have been crying over here about murder. And two, it's only 30 minutes. 30 minutes. I think we can go ahead and then have each member has not more than 3 minutes, and the whole period is 30 minutes. And honorable members, you will not see the screen. We will time you. The screen is not working. But at the end of 3 minutes, your mic may cut off. If it does not, I will call your attention. Honorable Member for Ol Yundum.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me the floor. First of all, let me thank my colleague, the member for Upper Fuladu, Lower Fuladu rather, for bringing this timely matter of the day. I'll be very brief though, but I just wanted to also share my opinion with regards to the matter. To sum everything up, I think we have to do away with the blame game now. Of course, we have a lot of security threats in our country together. There were current, announcements of killings, burglary, and all that in our country. We acknowledge that fact. But of course, the blame game needs to shift. We need to start taking up our responsibilities as members of parliament. We allocate resources for government to operate. When we say the police don't have enough resources to operate, that becomes our fault as representatives of the people. There was not a time that we have a budget in this National Assembly, and all of us stand to say if there is no enough allocation for interior, the police and the securities, the budget would not pass. Nobody has ever done that here. I am taking this thing in a positive way. I think it is our responsibility to do the needful and stop the blame game. We will be counting killings in this country because they do not have the resources, and we are not giving them the resources. So we come to chambers here and tell the people that government needs to take their responsibility. What are we saying? I think we have to start shifting the game. It is our responsibility to tell the government that we want to give resources to the police so that they can do what they are supposed to do. We are not doing that. So I think it is our responsibility. I just wanted to take this in a positive way. Of course, I understand the situation of the country. And I know the way we are moving in terms of security is not in line. But it's our responsibility. We cannot blame citizens, we cannot blame the government directly, we can also blame ourselves. So this becomes our responsibility, and I want to put that fact that we need to take it. When it's time for budget, let's allocate resources for the police. And let's see whether the government will not execute that. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Member for Ol Yundum. I now invite the Honorable Member for Brikama North and Minority Leader.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, as you rightly alluded, this is a very serious matter. If it has come to the attention of the National Assembly, we definitely deserve to look into it. And what the Honorable Member is merely calling us is for action is required from the National Assembly to ensure safety and security of our populace and their belongings.
Everybody is affected as far as that is concerned. Nobody is safe. Now we are bringing this to attention of National Assembly. We should do the needful, just like what we did to the other matter of the day that was later last week. We refer the matter and concern to the relevant committee, Defense and Security, to make sure the relevant authorities are engaged to alleve the fear of the populace. Having said so, I will not agree with the previous speaker that in a struggling economy, allocation of funds, the National Assembly can be blamed. We are only drawing the attention that we need to look into the situation of the mobility situation of the police force, and that cannot be solved on the National Assembly. I thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minority Leader and Member for Brikama North. I now invite the Honorable Member for Upper Floodwood West.
Thank you so much, Honorable Speaker, for giving me the floor. First of all, I think I would like to thank the National Honorable Member for Lower Fuladu for bringing this matter as the matter, or this topic as the matter of the day, that is escalating crime rates in the Gambia. Well, I think this topic is very, very important because Gambia is part of the world. And then Gambia cannot be an island. And then, as you all know, security is very, very paramount to life, just like the way health is paramount to life. So I think, for me, the little that I want to emphasize as far as this matter of the day is concerned, I think it should be a concerted effort, that is from all Gambians, that if we want to see a peaceful Gambia, if we want to see a well-secured Gambia, each and every Gambian must be ready to be a police officer, just like if you go to other countries. But there are people living in these countries who will be harboring criminals. So at the end of the day, those criminals will go out there to do whatsoever what they want to do. So at the end of the day, the blame game will continue. We know there are lack of resources. No one can dispute that. But the government is doing its utmost best to make sure that the security forces of this country, they are well equipped to make sure that they execute their duties as they want. But remember, Gambia cannot be exceptional. Just as I said, Gambia is part of the world. Anywhere that you go throughout the whole world, there are security lapses. But we cannot take that as a grant as far as this country is concerned. So for me, the message that I have for Gambians, please let all Gambians be police officers. Report all criminal cases to the police. And also, all those criminals who are found wanting, there should be that long life sentences, especially those who are found of murder or other crimes that are very, very serious. But the moment when they give those people long life sentences, that would serve as a deterrent for others not to do, these things in this country, because we all know what is happening in this country. A lot of stealings, a lot of, killings happening in this country. And then remember, those people who are doing these things in this country, they are harbored by we, the Gambians. So we have to be security officers. Every Gambian must be a security officer. If you want this country to be secured, if you want this country to be safe, because Gambia is the smiling country.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member for Upper Floodwood West. I now invite the Honorable Member for Kiang West.
Honorable Speaker, thank you very much. This is a serious matter that requires serious national discussion. Honorable Speaker, one thing is certain, that we must stop
shifting responsibility and blame to the other. We have institutions in the country. Each institution has a mandate and a responsibility. And in discharge of that responsibility, we allocate resources to you as members of parliament. Members of parliament, we allocate resources. A budget is drafted, appropriation is drafted in the cabinet. In 2023 appropriation, an allocation of millions of dollars, more than 10 million was allocated for vehicles, for police in this country. Do we know which vehicle was it bought for? Can we be given the report about that? On 2024, another allocation was made in this very parliament. This is the role of the parliament. This is what the parliament is supposed to do. There is no single ministry or institution that has enough resources during budget allocation. Tell me one institution. You can cite me one institution that has the resource allocation enough for their institution during the budget cycle. There is none in the country. Honorable Speaker, on the 1st of March 2024, this year, a serious armed robbery happened in my constituency, Kiang Keneba, where 2 bureaus were attacked and the monies were taken from those institutions. A vehicle was taken from MRC, Medical Research Institute, and the police could not chase or apprehend those suspects at the spot of the robbery because they don't have resources, they don't have vehicle. You want to shift that blame back to the National Assembly for that? That's unfair. Let the executive take the responsibility of security of the country. This is what the executive is supposed to do. This is what every executive or every serious member of the executive is supposed to do. But to tell us National Assembly is supposed to do this, X is supposed to do that one. Do we think the security or the security sector reform is about protecting the president and giving security to the ministers? Each of them has ministers in the have securities. Each of them have close protection, not just the securities in their vehicles, but the security of their residents. But for us, with our mothers, with our fathers are insecure, you want to shift that blame to me, it's unacceptable. Nobody can take that. If you talk about insecurity of a country, it does not just mean people going to kill and arm robberies. We have recently seen here in this country, a citizen of this country called Bora Sisao has been detained beyond constitutional mandate. And after being brutalized by the police, he went to court and court justified him. He was vindicated by the court. Is that because of we don't allocate resources? That's the negligence of the police. You want to shift that responsibility to us? The executive must take the responsibility.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member for Kiang West. I now invite the Honorable Member for Fonyi Jarol.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. And then may I also thank the Honorable that brought the matter of the day. I think I have to first and foremost refer to the Gambia Crime Index. That is the level of crime in the country. You look at it, it's at 67.24%, which is very high. People using and are dealing with drugs. You look at that crime also, it's at 62.5. Vandalism and then theft cases is at 70%. Assault and robbery is at 54.17. That is moderate. Corruption and bribery, 85.3. Very high. In general, you look at what is happening in the country. Well, the first thing that we have done for ourselves is neglecting our security forces. We have stripped the powers of our securities to almost, I'll call it 0%. Today, we are feeling the pain. We are out to blame ourselves or blame government or blame whosoever. But we are responsible of what is happening in this country. Our security is not under our hands. Our security is under the foreign security, where we are not protected. So we have to recognize the efforts of our security by empowering them, by giving them what they need. Because today, being in the security service is just like maybe they don't have any other option or no other opportunity to leave the service. We all know what is happening there in terms of their wages, in terms of their, what would I even call salaries, in terms of their benefits, house rents, and other things. People today enlist themselves into the security as a result of probably there is no job opportunities for them. If not, our security will almost be empty. Everyone will decide to leave the security field. So we have to recognize it, because today we are paying a heavy price on security. Every day there is death or a murder case, either reported or unreported. So everything that is happening here, I am going to blame ourselves in the name of what? Democracy. That sometimes we operate like there are no laws in this country. We have to empower our securities by giving them what they need. It's not about talking, it's time for action. And then we have to implement what our laws are. We cannot be writing good laws in our books just only to satisfy or just to be closed. We have to make sure laws are implemented. That's why we are here to make laws. Any law that we feel is a bad law, let us just remove it. But we can't put laws there and we ignore them in the name of democracy. When
Thank you, Honorable Member for Fonyi Jarol. I now invite the Honorable Member for Banjul South.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, and thank you very much for the mover of this statement of the day. I was very shocked when I heard the member for Basses trying to defy this, because couple of years ago, member of Bakau, I said Bakau, couple of years ago, a lady very close to mine was brutally killed, murdered in her home in his constituency, and I think he is very aware of that. Honorable Speaker, I think, first of all, we should address these matters constitutionally, because somebody mentioned, and I was very happy when the Honorable Member for Opafuladu said that we should not harbor criminals. Not harboring criminals also includes giving mercy to criminals that have raped. Look.
What is the problem? Huh? Okay, can you go ahead, please?
Thank you. So you need to start my time. Thank you. I think we need to look at Section 82, prerogative of mercy. Because, Mr. Speaker, a couple of weeks ago, all women were, we were disheartened when the President gave mercy to murderers, to rapists in this country. And if we look at Section 82, I think this August Assembly must look into it and try to reduce the powers given. With your permission, 82.1 says that the President may, after consulting, and that is giving him more powers by saying that he does not need to if he doesn't feel like it. And A says that he can grant to any person convicted of any offense. Mr. Speaker, I think that is very serious. It means that you can kill today, be sentenced for life, and the President can choose to give you that mercy. So I think it starts from us. I agree when Honorable Member for Olyundum said that the blame can be on us, but unfortunately, I do not agree when he said it's about the budget. I think the blame is about making good laws that would at least contain some of the things that we have in this country and contain some of the powers that we give to the executive. Thank you very much. That is my concern. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member for Banjul South. I now invite the Honorable Member for Banjul North.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. It is not easy to talk last, but notwithstanding, I think the member for Banjul South have already spoken my mind. But in that regards, understanding that if we want a progressive Gambia, we must enhance our security sector. And I am very happy that a member from the majority side came up with such a matter of the day, which is indeed a very big concern. And also going extra miles, giving us or providing us with evidence, because that is what is expected of us. We are here to make sure that we give information to the parliament that are very genuine and based on research, so that at the end of the day we can make informed choice or informed decision. And understanding that the recommendation that he gave, I will want to urge him from the majority side to take the lead. It's very important because as far as security is concerned, it is everyone's concern. And I will keep on saying this in Parliament. A problem that is not solved is still a problem. But a problem that is solved is no more a problem. And I believe Parliament is the solution house. For God's sake, we are the only hope as far as the Gambian people are concerned. Let us always make sure that we make the right decision. We have the good laws written. But in terms of implementation, it's always a problem. A scenario that I can give, the last time when I heard that a lady was sexually abused who was mentally ill at the beach in Banjul here, when I went to the police, they said they are not mobile. They cannot go with me with their vehicle. What can I do? I decided to take my own private vehicle and make sure that I facilitate with the police to take the woman to the police station and further taken to Tanka Tanka, which I believe is a concern. The city, for that matter, even for the police to have mobility is a problem. So the issue of security should be our priority as Parliament, but it should also be the priority of the entire nation, including or spearheaded by the executive. So in that regards, I submit. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member for Banjul North. I now invite the Honorable Member for Joshua.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. And thank you very much for the member for bringing this motion today. Honorable Speaker, it is about security. Everybody is talking about the security of this country, and you're putting the blame on them. For me, even if we give them all the resources that it takes to run this country, it still comes to the same. Let's ask ourselves as parents, what is our responsibility as parents? Those doing the killings are coming from where? From homes. Those doing the killings are coming from homes. And we are there as parents to secure them, to ask them to stay. Who among us here will sit at night and wake up late at night to ask to see whether your kids are intact? You even leave your kid outside to say when you come, you close the door or you close the gate. Let's take our responsibility as parents and train our kids the way we should train them. If those teachers are lacking, even with all the resources that we are asking for, tomorrow is going to be zero. We're talking about drugs in this country. It's coming to be secured by the security men on this country. And yet still there is no respect for them. They desire to be respected. They desire to be given their dues. But you meet a security person on the way, you don't even care whether he's a human being or not. And tomorrow you want that guy to secure you when they are not even secure. How is it possible for them to secure you? Let's take our stance as parents. Let's take our stance as responsible people. The government has a role to play, but can the government do it alone? I'm saying no. They can do it alone. Let's do it together with them. If the government is playing A, we play B. But I sit at home expecting my child to go out at night, coming home drunk, and yesterday I'm giving him money. I don't know where I get the money to become drunk. I don't know where even he get the money to buy an iPhone 15 for himself. How will he get that money? Do we ask about our kids on the way they have their money? Do we ask them? They might be involved in drugs. They might be selling drugs. And when you don't have it, what will you do? To kill or to rob is going to be very easy for you because you are tempted. You are addicted. All those who are doing this killing are people who are addicted into drugs. When the addiction is no more there, we are safe. Let's change our attitudes, let's train our kin, and let the government help. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member for Joshua. I now invite the Honorable Member for Busumbala.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I thank Honorable Member for Upper Fladu, Lower Fladu for tabling this important matter of day. Killing in this country is skyrocketing. The security forces are registering so many deaths in this country based on the fact that we are neglecting our responsibility and trying to shift blame. We all know the police are the primary enforcers of laws in this country. And there are laws. We have sufficient laws in this country. A law that we can enforce to make sure that we make this country a heaven. But if the primary enforcers of the law are doing selective justice in the sense that we have in 2018, container of drug was landed in this country at our seaport. What did the investigation reveal? We have a container of arms and ammunition landed in this country. What did the investigation reveal? And these are the primary causes that will plunge this country into chaos. Yes, because all these killings that are happening now are because these criminals have access to these guns. These people who are drunkards or the smokers have access to these dangerous drugs. And if they use these dangerous drugs, we are not free. If they are intoxicated, they can do anything. So it is the primary responsibility of the government as an executive, because the police has the primary law enforcement officers, and the drug squad should help us to reduce this problem. Otherwise, we will continue to cry for the crime rates, high crime rate. We'll continue to cry for a high crime rate, but we cannot stop it because the primary cause is not being treated. Having said that, we need to avert our mind to justice also. When the criminals are processed at the court and are convicted, especially those convicted on murder charges, rape, there should be cause for the president to just pardon those criminals. There should be a proper...
Thank you very much, Honorable Member for Busumbala. Honorable members, I have a long list, but this is going to be the last one, and that's the Honorable Member for Combo East.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, for giving me the floor to speak. Honorable Speaker, I must concur with my colleague, the Honorable Member for Lower Fladu, for this very important matter of the day. But Honorable Speaker, I must remind my honorable colleague members here that yes, we should point our fingers to many of our stakeholders, but let us put this thing across to our own selves and as households. See, the level of discipline and the level of home training that we are about to see our families going through should be considered. You cannot bear a family and you let them be with liberty without discipline to cause unrest and cause dissatisfaction in public orders, to make sure that, thinking that the law enforcement agencies, if we get into statistics, considering the amount of security personnel that are already employed to secure us, if you take the ratio as compared to the general populace here, it would be rocket science to say those security personnel should be responsible of our own peace and security. It is our own responsibility to start taking it. All these crimes are organized within our own localities and our residents. It is about time to forget about everything and collaborate as citizens, as people that live together, to make sure that we collectively join hands to secure our own country. Because the country is ours. It's not for anyone, and then stability and the security of this country is in our own hands and is for our own good. We are not doing it for anybody. We are not trying to allow it be a season for anyone. Let us work together and strengthen our laws to make sure that people are put under order, to make sure that anyone that is found wanting here would face the full force of the law to make sure that we are secured. On that note, Honorable Speaker, I rest my case as if the recommendations that have been put below here need to be considered and then be reshuffled to make sure that we come up with a resolution to make sure that the Defense and Security Committee could pursue the security personnel to make sure that we are in order. On that note, I thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Honorable Member for Combo East, and let me thank all Honorable Members for your participation, especially the Honorable Member for Lower Fuladu West. I think this is a very important issue. I want to believe that the Honorable Member for Brikama North and Minority Leader in his contributions suggested a few things, just like the other matters of the day that we had dealt with. I think the Defense and Security Committee will look into this and probably engage the relevant authorities, and please give Parliament feedback on whatever development that Parliament can do or can make recommendations or resolutions.
And the Human Rights Committee?
Pardon?
And the Human Rights Committee, we recommended some, and the Human Rights Committee, because we recommended some amendments in the Constitution as well.
All right, what we can then do is, we will then refer the matter to the ABC committee, who will make referrals to the relevant committees. All right. Once again, I want to thank everybody. Clerk, may we proceed now?
Bills, Order 66, second reading. Second reading of the Gambia Legal Metrology Bill 2023 by the Honorable Minister for Trade, Industry, Regional Integration and Employment.
Thank you very much. Honorable members, you will recall that the first reading of the Gambia Legal Metrology Bill 2023 was done on Monday, 4th March 2024, and today is appointed for the second reading in accordance with Standing Order 66-2. In pursuant to Order 67 of the Standing Orders, I now invite the Honorable Minister for Trade, Industry, Regional Integration and Employment to move a motion for the second reading of the bill entitled the Gambia Legal Metrology Bill 2023. Honorable Minister, please. You may.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the bill entitled the Gambia Legal Metrology Bill 2024 be read for the second time. Honorable Speaker, the bill seeks to repeal the existing Weights and Measures Act of 1977. The drafting of the new bill is informed by the need to modernize the legal metrology legislation in order to reflect the advancements in science and technology in the areas of measuring devices and to address challenges posed by these instruments. The present Weights and Measures Act of 1977 and the Standards of Weights and Measures Rules of 1979 is deficient in some of these sections and not serving its purpose. The bill also broadens the scope of legal metrology in regulating measurements, not only in trade, but also measuring devices used in health, safety, law enforcement, and environment management. The bill will therefore instill fair play in the utilization and application of metrology equipment during trade transactions, and thus ensure that the consumers get their money's worth of goods and commodities in trade transactions. It will thus facilitate the Gambia's participation in regional and international trade, protect consumers, and support the socio-economic development of the country. Honorable Speaker, the development of the legal metrology bill to replace the current Weights and Measures Act of 1977 was supported by the West African Quality Program, and process has been very consultative. The initial draft bill was developed by an international consultant after a thorough consultation with key institutions and stakeholders, including the Weights and Measures Bureau, the Ministry of Health, Ministry of Environment, National Environment Agency, Gambia Chamber of Commerce and Industry, and members of the Codex Committee. In addition, the initial bill was subjected to a national validation, and a final draft was submitted to the Ministry of Justice for review and legal scrubbing. The Ministry of Trade, Industry, Regional Integration and Employment had also worked closely with the Weights and Measures Bureau and the Gambia Standards Bureau during the drafting of the bill. The ministry, together with the Gambia Standards Bureau and Weights and Measures, also worked and agreed on the need to merge Weights and Measures into Gambia Standards Bureau as a single institution to strengthen capacity for effective enforcement of legal metrology, like in sister countries such as Ghana, Sierra Leone, Nigeria, and South Africa. Honorable Speaker, the main objective of the bill is to ensure that consumers enjoy value for money in trade by strengthening national Weights and Measures systems. Too often, consumers purchase goods, example rice, sugar, and cement, that are less than the weight assigned to those goods. This bill is designed, therefore, to modernize the Weights and Measures Act of 1977 and strengthen the institutional capacity of the institution for effective enforcement of legal metrology in the Gambia. Technological change facilitated the development of a wide range of new measuring instruments and processes, and a massive expansion in the scope of metrology. The current Weights and Measures Act has gaps in the sense that, apart from trade, it does not cover the regulation of measurement instruments or measuring instruments used in law enforcement, health and safety, and environment. The bill will therefore help address these gaps to complement traceability and ensure confidence in the integrity of the national measurement system. The drafting of the bill has been very consultative and participatory, and does emerge national consensus to merge the Weights and Measures Bureau with the Gambia Standards Bureau. Once the bill is passed into law, Honorable Speaker, legal metrology issues will be administered by the Gambia Standards Bureau under its Department of Legal Metrology. The amalgamation of Weights and Measures Bureau with the Gambia Standards Bureau will enable the Legal Metrology Department to leverage on the strength of the Gambia Standards Bureau, particularly on the verification of its measurement standards and use of technical staff to support its work. The new Act will also enable the Bureau to mobilize more domestic resources through the registration, certification, and licensing of numerous users of measuring devices, as well as verification of measuring devices regulated under the Act. This will enable the Bureau to reduce its dependence on the government for funding its activities, hire more competent staff, expand its presence, and strengthen the effective enforcement of legal metrology throughout the country. This is in line with government's policy to streamline departments and agencies for better efficiency and sustainability. Weights and Measures as regulatory body often merged with standards bureaus to help strengthen the Bureau, as it can raise the necessary financing to support the capacity building of both institutions. This is because the resources base of Standards Bureau is limited, as they often rely on testing services, since standards are often voluntary, and sales of standards does not attract much money despite the expenses associated with standards development. The bill, Honorable Speaker, will help to protect the general public from the consequences of false measurements made in trade, law enforcement, health and safety, and environment management. It will also grant type approval of measuring instruments as well as issue licenses to manufacture, import, use, and maintain measuring instruments in trade, law enforcement, health and safety, and environment management. To facilitate the verification of measuring devices used for the purpose of the Act, the Gambia Standards Bureau will keep in its custody the departmental legal metrology measurement standards and regional legal metrology measurement standards at the regional level, respectively. The measurement standards are designed to support the verification of inspection standards to support the work of inspectors under the new Act. The bill thus requires all measuring devices for the purpose of use in trade, health and safety, law enforcement, and environment management to be inspected and tested before they are taken into use. In addition, being an agency with a better salary structure, we expect the Department of Weights and Measures to be attracting more professional staff, especially those with scientific background, which they are not able to attract at the moment and retain due to the low salary scales. Institutional arrangements for the administration of the new Act. The new Act will create a new Department of Legal Metrology under the current Gambia Standards Bureau, and the head of department will be the Deputy Director General of the Gambia Standards Bureau. The overall administration of both the Legal Metrology and Standards Bureau would be the Director General of the Gambia Standards Bureau, as it is currently called, and would retain the name as it is. With the merger, the Gambia Standards Bureau would now be responsible for the implementation of the Gambia Standards Bureau Act 2010 and the Legal Metrology Act 2024 if the bill passes. With the new arrangement, the Weights and Measures Bureau would now be called Department of Legal Metrology. The department will be responsible for controlling all prepackaged products and promoting legal metrology in the Gambia to protect the general public from the consequences of false measurements made in trade, law enforcement, health and safety, and environment management. It will also grant type approval of measuring instruments as well as issue licenses to manufacture, import, use, and maintain measuring instruments in trade, law enforcement, health and safety, and environment management. Once the new Act comes into force, the Gambia Standards Bureau will provide a notice in the Gazette and by public notice every year the list of measuring instruments that will require verification, certification, or recertification under the Act, as well as prescribe the maximum intervals within which the measuring instruments are to be verified, certified, or recertified. The Bureau will also charge and collect fees for services including inspection, services, type examination, approval, verification, licensing, and other services provided under the Act. The Bureau will also charge to cover the cost incurred in respect of the verification, testing, adjustment, certification, or recertification of any measuring instrument in accordance with a tariff of fees and charges prescribed by notice in the Gazette. In addition, the bill will certify all persons employed or directly involved in the business of repairing or adjusting prescribed measuring devices, confirming that they are fit for such employment. All importers and repairers of measuring instruments regulated under the Act will also be registered and obtain a license issued by the Bureau before rendering such services. I beg to move, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you very much, Honorable Minister. Honorable members, any seconder? Honorable member for Brikama North and Minority Leader.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, the Legal Metrology Bill 2024. I rise to move that, I rise to second the motion, Honorable Speaker, and having seconded the motion, Honorable Speaker, allow me to partake in the debate. Week to me surrounding the bill that is non-controversial would not take much of the time of the National Assembly. Honorable Speaker, as it entails in the title, the Gambia Metrology Bill 2024, the Minister advanced that it seeks to repeal the Weights and Measures Act of 1997 and that of the Standards of Weights and Measures Rules of 1979, that some sections of those acts were not serving the purpose, and therefore with this bill, the consumers will enjoy value for money. And the measuring instrument would be strictly verified. When this is done, will enhance our trading, and what we do encounter as far as measures are concerned and rates at the markets would be controlled and regularized. The technicalities that are involved, I believe the nitty-gritty around that, to do justice, Honorable Speaker, I suggest the bill be committed to the ABC for committal to the relevant committee or committees for thorough scrutiny and consultation on the basis of the technicalities that are attached to, so that at the consideration stage, the members will take informed decision upon adoption of the committee report surrounding the bill. On that note, Honorable Speaker, I thank you.
Honorable Member, in your Honorable Member for Brikama North, did you move a motion?
The motion, but if you do allow, after the secondment also, I can equally move another motion. That is for the bill to be referred to the ABC for committal to the relevant committee or committees. Thank you.
Is it with Honorable Member or without debate?
We suspend the debate.
Yeah, yes.
Without debate.
Honorable Member, any seconder? Yes, Honorable Member for Jara Central.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. Motion seconded.
It has been moved and seconded. The bill, that the debate on the bill be suspended and the bill be referred to the ABC committee for further referral to the relevant committees. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. Honorable members, I cannot agree with you more. The Honorable Minister definitely did justice to the motion for the second reading of the bill. He has highlighted all what is necessary for honorable members to understand, to know the purpose of the bill. And for that, I want to thank the Honorable Minister very much. Honorable members, I now put the question. It has been moved and seconded that the bill entitled the Gambia Metrology Bill 2023 be read a second time. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. Clerk, can you read the short title?
The Gambia Legal Methodology Bill 2024.
Honorable members, in accordance with Order 68.1 of the Standing Orders, the bill is hereby referred to the Assembly Business Committee for committal to either a committee or committee of the whole Assembly. Thank you very much, honorable members. And honorable minister, we are most grateful. Clerk, may we proceed?
Bill, second reading of the Cybercrime Bill 2023 by the Honorable Minister for Communication and Digital Economy.
Honorable members, March 2024, and today is appointed for the second reading in accordance with Standing Order 66-2. Therefore, pursuant to Order 67 of the Standing Orders, I now invite the Honorable Minister for Communications and Digital Economy to move a motion for the second reading of the bill entitled Cybercrime Bill 2023. Honorable Minister, please, you may take the podium.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that this August Assembly do consider and enact the Cybercrime Bill. Honorable Speaker, the Internet is a vital platform, interconnected systems of computers or computer network providing access to information and services relevant to basic and essential human needs. These services or even product cross-cutting and includes businesses, transaction, governance, security, entertainment, education, litigation, agriculture, health, among others. Due to the robustness and interconnected nature of the Internet, criminals have resorted to using this medium to target people, organizations, and even states to commit economic crimes, intellectual property, theft, and cyber war, espionage, etc. Also, criminals take advantage of the Internet because of its borderless nature. A criminal setting outside of the Gambia can perpetrate crimes within the Gambia and through the use of Internet and run escort-free because of its lack of comprehensive cybercrime laws. With a comprehensive cybercrime law that facilitates the international cooperation suspected criminals and pursue in a different judiciary to the victim and tried. It is on this basis that the government of the Gambia, through the former Ministry of Information, Communication and Infrastructure, received a support in 2019. The Council of Europe, through the Global Action on Cybercrime Extended GLACY Plus project, and Commonwealth Secretariat for the Information of Cybercrime Bill. This was reviewed by the EU, ECOWAS Organized Crime West African Response on Cybersecurity and Cybercrime Project. The Cybercrime Committee was constituted to scrutinize the bill to ensure it is not only aligned with the best practices, but takes into consideration the context of the Gambia. The committee consists of key relevant stakeholders, namely the Ministry of Communication and Digital Economy, formerly MOPSI, the Ministry of Justice, the Gambia Police Force, the Office of the National Security Advisor, the Public Utility Regulatory Authority, the Gambia Submarine Cable Company, Information Technology Association of the Gambia, Financial Intelligence Unit, the Gambia Cybersecurity Alliance. After a series of national and international consultation with key stakeholders and public comments, the bill was redrafted and realigned by the Ministry of Justice, approved by Cabinet, and now presented for an amendment to the August Assembly. Honorable Speaker, this bill seeks to enhance the substantial provision with respect to the cybercrime and establish procedural measures for obtaining electronic evidence and international cooperation for an effective fight against cybercrime. This bill incorporates provision against child pornography, cyberbullying, sextortion, and other computer-related offenses, and empower the law enforcement agency in the fight against cybercrime. This bill also seeks to establish the mechanism for immediate access to electronic evidence. Honorable Speaker, the cybercrime bill aims to address the following areas, but not limited: protect the confidentiality, integrity, and availability of computer systems, programs, and data; prevent the unlawful use of computer systems; facilitate to prevention, detection, investigation, prosecution, and punishment of cybercrime; enable the collection of evidence in electronic forms of a criminal offense; facilitate international cooperation for the purpose of investigation or proceeding concerning criminal offenses related to computer systems or data, or for the collection of evidence in electronic form of a criminal offense. Honorable Speaker, I beg to move.
Thank you, Honorable Minister. Honorable members, any seconder? The Honorable Member for Fonyi Bintang.
Honorable Speaker, I rise to second the motion.
Thank you, honorable members. In accordance with Order 67.1 of the Standing Orders, I will now open the floor for debate on the general merits and principles.
Speaker.
On the general merits and principles.
Motion, Speaker.
On the general merits and principles of the bill. Any honorable member who wishes to partake in the debate may now do so. Yes, may I hear your motion now?
Okay.
Honorable member for, is it Nyamina?
Nyamina West.
Nyamina West.
I rise on 53C. I move that we suspend the debate on the bill to be read a second time. Thank you, Speaker.
You mean we suspend the debate on the bill and refer it to the committee, ABC committee?
Yes, sir. Yes, Speaker.
Am I hearing you well? Your motion is
yes,
we suspend the debate and take a vote.
Suspend the debate and commit it to the committee. For the
yeah, and take a vote. Any seconder? Honorable member for Fonyi Bintang.
Honorable Speaker, I rise to second the motion.
Honorable members, it is proposed that the debate for the bill be suspended and let me put a vote. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. I think it's okay because when it's committed to the ABC, it will be committed to the committees. And the committee's report will be tabled before you. You will have the opportunity to debate in detail, a more informed debate for that matter. I now put the question, honorable members. It has been moved and seconded that the bill entitled Cybercrime Bill 2023 be read a second time. Those in favor, please say aye. Those not in favor, please say no. The ayes have it. Clerk, can you read the short title of the bill?
The Cybercrime Bill 2023.
Honorable members, in accordance with Order 68.1 of the Standing Orders, the bill is hereby referred to the Assembly Business Committee for committal to either a committee or committee of the whole Assembly. Honorable Minister, let me, on behalf of both sides of the aisle, thank you very much for your eloquent delivery of your motion for the second reading of the bill. Thank you very much. Clerk, may we proceed now?
Bills, Order 66, second reading. Second reading of the Women Amendment Bill 2024 by the Honorable Member Almami Jiba, Member for Fonyi Kansala.
Honorable members, you recall that the first reading of the Women Amendment Bill 2024 was done on Monday, 4th March 2024, and today is appointed for the second reading in accordance with Standing Orders 66-2. Therefore, pursuant to Order 67 of the Standing Orders, I now invite the Honorable Member for Fonyi Kansala to move a motion for the second reading of the bill entitled Women Amendment Bill 2024. Honorable Member, please.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I thank various members of various institutions, both religious and traditions. I also thank various organizations, local and international, and activists who are also present. Honorable Speaker, the bill entitled Women's Amendment Bill 2024. This bill seeks to lift the ban on female circumcision in the Gambia, a practice deeply rooted in ethnic, traditional, cultural, and religious belief of majority of Gambian people. Honorable Speaker, the bill seeks to uphold religious plurality and safeguard cultural norms and values. The current ban of female circumcision is a direct violation of citizens' right to practice their culture, religious, and guaranteed by the 1997 Constitution. Honorable Speaker, given the Gambia predominantly Muslim population, and the law is inconsistent with the aspiration of the majority of the people, should be reconsidered. Female circumcision is a cultural significant practice supported by Islam, values and tradition, which clear proofs of the teaching of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It is noted that the use of laws to restrict religious or cultural practice, whether international or otherwise, can lead to conflict and friction. Interestingly, the continuous existence of the ban of female circumcision and penalizing practitioners has directly contradicted the broader principles of United Nations, and which encourages. It is sunnah in the teaching of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It is mustahab. It is also what? It is something that is likelihood. So I believe so, Honorable Speaker, with various provisions of the 1997 Constitution.
Point of order, Honorable Speaker. Allow me.
Who is on the point of order?
Honorable Speaker. Member for Sabah Sanjal.
Honorable Member for Sabah Sanjal, may I hear your point of order?
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I'm rising on order 17A. All members shall enter and leave the chamber with decorum. Honorable Speaker, there are people sitting behind me and they are crying very seriously. Please, this shouldn't be allowed because it is very emotional and I'm turning to become very emotional at the moment. Please, inside the gallery, you cannot be crying. If they cannot stay in the chamber with decorum, please ask them to leave behind my chair because I cannot be turned emotional.
Representative of people. Motion, Honorable Speaker, motion.
Any seconder? Honorable Member for Lower Flood West.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, for giving me the floor. And I stand to second the motion and take part in the debate. Honorable Speaker, I came to this House and swear by the Quran that I will uphold the interests of this country. This bill is against the interests of this country, and my position is this bill should be killed.
1 minute.
And just to come back, Mr. Speaker, before I go further, this country needs national prayers. This country needs national prayers. The most unfortunate scenario, before I come to my evidence, that a scholar uses to pray because I have different opinion with him to pray, may Allah have cause in me. That is not the practices of Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That have never been his practice. I have to say this in Mandinka. Nyim banko pour niye fata kangola o matina ye kas. And then, Honorable Speaker,
Honorable Member, what is the problem?
Yeah, okay, I was waiting for your attention.
No.
Honorable Speaker.
Please, go ahead.
Like I stood here and the Prophet, peace be upon him, said no harm. His religion, no harm. What is happening here is harm and is unaccepted. Enough is enough. And then let us not brag by religion. If we are bragging from religion, what is the concept of Saudi Arabia in this? We are all lawmakers. The law in Saudi Arabia is clear. Let's protect our girl child and our women. These women have suffered in this country. Majority of us that comes to parliament are voted by women. And this is a concern about women. If I see men coming to champion this, who have never visited a woman under a hospital bed, who have, at the end, when the woman is in coffin, that is the time that they take him to the mosque. Before you go there, they are go to the health. And the Ministry of Health and the World Health Organization with experts, I'm telling you, the position paper for the Gambia and with midwife are telling us this is a bad practice and it should be condemned. The position of obstetrics and gynecologists are telling you this is a bad practice. The world at large. Let's look at the legislation in the world. Gambia cannot stand as an island. Gambia cannot be an island. And then we have partners. We have to uphold the rights and the respect for girls and women. And Mr. Speaker, do you know who are intimidated in this? To infants. If you are born at the age of 6 months, 7 months, they take you. The one cutting yesterday and today are for the one to cutting today. Don't use any sterilized, don't use anything. And what are they cutting? They don't know even what they are cutting. That's why they are accompanied with excessive bleeding. And they cannot tell you, I'm feeling the pain. These are young people. They cannot tell you they are feeling the pain. This is unacceptable. And we come here to uphold the rights. The dictator was here. Everybody cried, abuse of, abuse of, abuse of. Today we want to abuse our own children. As a father, I regret why I made that a pain to my daughter. I have 4. So I am saying that that is before the law. And today, if I stand here to support a law that will Today, when I look at my child at home and look at what she is going through, and I come here to sit down and defend the repeal of this law, Speaker, I'm saying no. And I'm urging all colleagues to bury this secret deep, and it should not go to any other state. Let us not give a false pretext. This is not acceptable, and this is not against Islam. Because Islam values health. Before you go to Mecca, you go to the Edward Francis Teaching Hospital. They guarantee whether you are okay to go if you are not. When the Hajj come, they listen to the advice, and now the doctors and experts are telling them that this is a no-go area. And I went on Ulama, the RTS camp, and Ulama came to this Gambia to open a masjid for me. He built and constructed a mosque for free. When I went to the Ulama, I asked him, I'm fasting, what is happening with circumcision? He said, Wallahi, Billahi, my girl child is not circumcised. And it has nothing to do with his religion. Then why are we bragging culture? Why are we bragging religion when the people that we represent reflect onto? Look at Saudi Arabia. We say if Saudi keep fast, we are contented on that. Now Saudi is not doing it. We are not contented to that. And this bill seeks to expose the people that we thought are knowledgeable. It's exposing them. Why is it exposing? How can you sit down here? We know during the days of Jammeh, people have gone and do anything to worship Jammeh. They take na to Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. Enough is enough. We have to be serious as a nation. All the world, globally, as I speak today, this law is a thing of the past. Why do we want to go back and bring this thing? We all know economically it's not good for us. And we know it's not good for our health of our people. Why? And when Jammeh was here, the people that are mooted today, those were the people that supported this thing. And today, because Jammeh is not here, you want us to continue putting pain on our girl child? We are saying hell no to that. And I'm urging all members, this bill should die today, and we bury it. Let's have mercy. I'm fasting. This has nothing business with Islam. Why do you want to use culture to make pain on people? Why do you want to use religions and make people on our girls? Today, I represent the young girl who don't have a voter's card. Today, I represent that woman who has suffered enough. I have evidences. The doctors are telling you we have evidences. Every hospital in this country, when you go there, they have a register book. And in the register book, the data are there. Mr. Speaker, this is really sad to sit down, people brass, and one thing that I will never regret, because I disagree with you. The Prophet has never taught you to pray for me. If you are right, pray for me to follow the right thing. But you don't pray for me to be astray. That is never the practice of the Prophet. And on that note, my colleagues, Assembly members, let's bury this. There is no element of truth. There is hypocrisy here. My colleagues, bury this. When we swear here in the interest of the nation, this is not in the interest of the nation. My colleagues, this have come to make pain on our girls, children, and women. I'm saying bury it. And if you want, don't even bury it here.
As the hard copy of the Constitution given to him since the first day he entered the chamber. Thank you.
And if not, when next you want to use your laptop and make references, please call my attention and seek for permission.
It's a bad law, whether it's religious or cultural or whatsoever. Any provision that discriminates 75% of the population of that country is a bad law. Honorable Speaker, people who do not know, to them at their wisdom, and to me their lack of wisdom, claims that this is not religion. Let them go and read.
No member shall impute improper motives to any other member. The honorable member for Lower Flood West never made mention that he has taken his girl child to any...
Because you have your standing orders. The standing orders were prepared and approved by you, and you deliberately and knowingly want to flout the standing orders by disturbing members who are contributing or making unnecessary noise whilst others are participating. We don't just coming in to intervene when you said point of order. And when I was saying it, I emphasized it, that this is going to be based on the merits and principles of the bill. Please, can you continue?
I don't go into the nitty-gritties of this bill. I don't touch on any clause or any single thing. These are the general issues of the matter that we have before us here. He does not speak on his feeling, only if Allah commands him to speak. And he has fulfilled.
Yes, Honorable Member.
Honorable Speaker, it shall be out of order to use offensive and insulting language about members of the National Assembly. The Honorable Member for Fonyi Bintang is saying that people should not go for their own selfish interests, which I think he needs to withdraw. We need to be honorable in our deliberation.
The pockets they are crying for is loud and clear. Allah said, وَتُحِبُّونَ الْمَالَ حُبًّا جَمًّا. He said, they love wealth with immense love because of the Western aid. Because of the Western aid. Some of the people are saying that.
Point of order on the floor, Mr. Speaker. Point of order.
Banjul South, may I hear the point of order?
Point of order 29.5. No member shall impute improper motive.
Honorable Member, standing.
29.5.
29.5.
No member shall impute improper motives to any other member, and the honorable member is accusing members of bribery, and that is wrong. He said we are
of no benefit to us. So if you are supporting the bill because of the aid, let me inform you that this aid can no longer help us. And we as a nation, in collaboration, because we should make laws that our people appreciate. And most of the people I spoke to, I asked them.
Go out. Please, we are still on sessions. Honorable Minority, you are saying for 30 minutes.
Yes, I'm saying 30 minutes. And then, honorable members, at 30 exactly, the Speaker will come and we are going to continue business.
Honorable Member for Olyundum and the Deputy Majority Leader.
Actually, Honorable Speaker, I wanted to differ with him a bit. I know the time 30 minutes is good, but I think at least we need to have 45 minutes, because all of us cannot pray together at the same time. And I know we will not be here 30 minutes exactly. So to be specific, give us 45 minutes so that we come back. That is mine.
Honorable members, I want to believe that if we leave now, within the next 10 to 15 minutes, everybody should have prayed. If we are not doing any other thing, we will have all prayed in the next 15 or 20 minutes, and then by 2:30, that's 14:30, we are here to move forward. I have a long list of almost the whole assembly. All right? So the House is suspended until 14:30 when we shall resume.
Gambia is proud to host the 15th OIC Summit on the 4th and 5th May 2024, the second largest gathering of world leaders, kings, presidents, rulers, prime ministers, along with delegates from 57 member countries of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation will gather in our beloved nation for this historic event. The theme of the summit is enhancing unity and solidarity through dialogue for sustainable development. It It's a platform to foster cooperation, promote peace, and drive sustainable development across the Ummah and the world at large. We call on all Gambians to unite and support the government as it strives to host a memorable and successful event. Let's showcase our hospitality, culture, and the beauty of the Gambia to the world. Join us in making history. Let's stand together, united as one, to ensure the 15th OIC Summit in the Gambia is an event to remember. Together, we can make a difference.
Ya bari biyo ken kontan batale. Bari inatal pour kan bullo ko jibe.
Ito kontan tale makura. Bari ala ya lonte man kontan de. Makura kana nyina ko teninte belbe tuba dudula kilimoto.
O moto nyalti kay.
Ngoko di baka to ngokina njang pour yena dula dada. Ni tata na dula to makura. Ala ya long njuso malla. Ama hani futa dula to dula din. Anu birite loro commencé woni bitema. Ama hani me.
No ama me to nyalom.
Ke bara fonye mune muy la kulloti.
Ndela kullu balu woldi.
Baluo. Ha. Wey, fo baluo ko loro fanankele.
Ikka loro fanankele.
Nyen kunna soniata ta www.baluo.com. Anim baluo isela bulloran jorangol be sang anila kudula asatare mambata. Jorangol membuko sementol, kenyo, babarol, nil, peruol, woninga nyon jamal. Ta baluo.com. Yen jorangol be sang ila dinkira bado adungite batala je. Anim baluo ifangole marate la kudula.
Islamic microfinance is becoming an increasingly popular mechanism for poverty alleviation, especially for developing countries around the world. This microfinance service adheres to the principles of Islam as a form of social responsibility. Yona Islamic Microfinance is the Islamic microfinance of choice in the Gambia, trustworthy and reliable. At Yona Islamic Microfinance, we provide savings products, current accounts, financing products in conformity with Islam. In addition, Yona Islamic Microfinance also offers local and international remittances, Takaful Fund, management of Zakat, management of Awqaf, trading and investment, and building of strategic partnerships to bring financial services to the doorstep of the poor with donor projects, madrasas, youth organizations, women groups, and farmer organizations. Make a choice with Yona Islamic Microfinance today. For more information on Yona Islamic Microfinance, call 377-2151 or 9832-151 or visit Yona head office at Tipa Garage, Bakote, or visit any Yona branch located countrywide near you.